So in this question here, they want us to explain what is not present in the fertilizer. So you can see here we've got 0% of this chemical, and what we must be careful in what we say, because it wants the element that's not present, we must identify that the important element in phosphorus oxide is actually just the phosphorus to get the mark. Ammonium nitrate is prepared, which acid reacts. So because we want to make a nitrate, we have to react nitric acid. So that's the option there. Why do farmers spread fertilizer on their fields? It's added to that to promote plant or crop growth. So it helps crops to grow, and that's why we add it. Write a word equation for the reaction between ammonia. So one of the reactants is ammonia, and we have got sulfuric acid. So when we react those two together, they are going to produce, as it says in the question, ammonium sulfate. And the way they're going to give the marks there is going to be 1 mark for getting the two reactants, and then 1 mark for putting the products in the right place. Okay, next one. So ammonium can be made in a laboratory by titrating. Ammonia is a solution with dilute sulfuric acid. Give one advantage of using this laboratory method to produce ammonium sulfate as a fertilizer compared with an industrial method. So one disadvantage of using it. So if we do it in a laboratory, we are doing it in quite a small scale. So I think that's what I would say, is that the products are produced on a small scale in the labs, okay, in laboratories. Okay, next one, part C. Part C is a 6 marker. So what I have done is I've structured an answer that I'll talk through because it's easier than just writing as we go. It's a bit quicker for you guys watching. And I also think that we'll just set up the question here and then we'll have a look at the answer. So it wants us to make a pure, dry sample of ammonium sulfate by doing a titration reaction. And the question asks us to write a detailed method, so the key there is detailed, to make the ammonium sulfate, starting with ammonia and sulfuric acid. So, and here's some equipment not labelled up, but let's remind ourselves what these are. This is the burette, this is a conical flask, this is a pipette, and here we've got some indicator. So the way we need to get this done is we use our pipette to measure out 25 centimeters cubed of the sulfuric acid. We're going to add that to the conical flask, and then we're going to add 2-3 drops of indicator to the acid in the flask. Once we've got it in there, if you remember in class, we placed it on a white tile, and that just lets us see the color change of the indicator far more clearly. Next, we've got to set up the burette. So what I'm going to do here is fill the burette with ammonia solution. You could even say they're using a filter funnel to get the solution in. We then need to record the starting volume of the ammonia solution. And then we're going to add the solution to the flask, swirling the flask as we add the solution to it. Near the end of the reaction, so as you'll see it start changing color, we're going to do it drop-wise. So we'll do 1 drop at a time, give it a swirl, and we will look to see if there's a color change until we get 1 drop of the chemical causing the indicator to change color. Once we've got that final color change, we will record the volume reading on the burette. We can use that to work out how much is being added, and then we repeat that until we get concordant results. That means 2 results that are similar to each other. Once we've done that, we will then repeat with our indicator, and we will add the exact amounts of acid and ammonia to the solutions. The final solution will have the salt in it. We have to heat it, evaporate it, then we'll crystallize, and then we'll leave in a warm place to dry and get the crystals. In terms of points for this, I think there are 17 bullet points. So if you are operating between 50 and 17, you have 6 marks, and then you can work your way backwards through here to see how many marks you got for that particular question.